who in 1952 gave the best examples of sacrifice for the nation, whatever the hardships. He said this spirit has for the past years inspired policemen who sacrificed their souls to rid the nation of terrorism. The president said policemen have shed their blood for the path of development and an honorable life for the people, as demanded by the January 25th revolution. He congratulated Egyptians on Police Day and the 25th of January revolution, calling on all to follow the inspiration for a better future for Egypt. President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi held a joint press conference with the visiting Algerian President Abdelmajid Tebboune in Cairo on Tuesday. During the press conference, el-Sisi said Egypt and Algeria share historical brotherly ties and a common destiny. He described talks with Algeria's President Abdelmajid Tebboune as constructive, reflecting joint political will to expand ties. El-Sisi said they both agreed on coordination over fighting terrorism and facing all extremist organizations. He also said both sides agreed on expanding cooperation in trade and economic fields. El-Sisi said they agreed to hold a joint committee and discuss the political cooperation mechanism. The president said the talks touched on the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam and they agreed on the importance of preserving Egypt's water rights. He said the talks also witnessed agreement on the necessity to preserve Libya's stability, and he wished for continued stability in Algeria under its wise leadership. He said the talks also witnessed an agreement on backing the Palestinian right to an independent state. For his part, the Algerian president said the talks were fruitful and come within the framework of continued deliberations between the two sides. Tebboune said there was agreement during the talks to continue cooperation with Arab and African brothers, and said both sides share the vision and viewpoints over issues of mutual concern. We're now delighted to be joined over the telephone by His Excellency Ambassador Hussein Haridi, former Assistant Foreign Minister. A very good afternoon to you, Mr. Ambassador.
Good afternoon to you, madam.
Thank you very much, sir, for your time. First and foremost, of course, today the President and his Algerian counterpart held a joint press conference where they discussed several issues related to mutual considerations between the two countries. They spoke about the issue to fight terrorism and face extremist organizations, as well as the need to expand cooperation in trade as well as economy. Could you tell us a bit more, Mr. Ambassador, about the importance of this visit by the Algerian President and the talks between the two leaders today?
Well, I guess the Egyptian-Algerian summit in Cairo today is a relaunching and boosting of Egyptian-Algerian relations. I guess as the President el-Sisi pointed out in the conference today, the talks that were held between the two presidents today prove that there is an identity of view between Egypt and Algeria concerning the major questions of the day, foremost among which, of course, figure the joint fight against terrorism, be it in North Africa, in the Middle East, or in Africa itself.
Yes.
Of course, the summit touched upon other important regional questions, such as the situation in Libya, in Tunisia, and the Palestinian question, and of course the upcoming regular Arab summit that will be hosted by Algeria in the next few months. Mm-hmm. I guess the talks between the two presidents touch upon the agenda of the summit and the need to joint Arab effort to tackle some questions, some crises in the Arab world. For instance, for example, whether to reintegrate Syria in the Arab League again or not. There is a growing movement in the Arab world that believes that the time has come to bring back Syria into the Arab League. So I guess the Egyptian agenda today in Cairo is very important, not only in terms of bilateral relations in the two countries, but in of Arab interest and efforts by Egypt and Algeria to advance the agenda, development agenda, and the fight against terrorism in Africa.
Indeed. I'd like to thank you very, very much, Your Excellency Ambassador Hussein Haridi, the former assistant to the Foreign Minister. Thank you, sir, for joining us and for your insight.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله